Kim Jong-un's family travel methods aren't just about luxury. They're a true masterclass in secrecy, deception, and raw power. From armored train to underground escape tunnels and human doubles trained to die for him, the extent of his security is staggering. Let's get into it. Air travel. Kim Jong-un is one of the most powerful men on Earth, and one of the clearest displays of that power is the way he travels. He doesn't just hop on a commercial flight like the rest of us. Far from it. Instead, he commands a fleet of aircraft. At the heart of his aerial fleet lies the Ilyushin Il-62M, a Soviet-era jet that has been transformed into a flying fortress. This aircraft, affectionately nicknamed Chamaiwan after North Korea's national bird, the goshawk, serves as both a symbol of power and a reflection of the lengths the regime will go to ensure its leaders' safety. The transformation of this Cold War relic into a modern luxury aircraft is nothing short of remarkable. Originally conceived in the 1960s as the world's largest jet airliner, capable of carrying nearly 200 passengers across a length of just over 50 meters, the IL-62M has been completely reimagined for Kim Jong-un's family-specific needs. Gone are the cramped rows of economy seating, replaced instead by an interior that rivals the most exclusive private clubs in the world. Step inside this airborne palace, and you're immediately struck by the attention to detail. Plush white leather chairs are arranged strategically throughout the cabin, accompanied by shiny rosewood tables that gleam under carefully positioned lighting. The atmosphere screams opulence, with crystal ashtrays positioned precisely where Kim Jong-un might need them, creating an environment that's equal parts mobile office and luxury retreat. But the true marvel of this aircraft lies not in its aesthetic appointments, but in its technological capabilities. The jet features advanced entertainment systems that ensure Kim Jong-un can remain connected to his regime's operations, even while soaring through international airspace at 35,000 feet. These aren't your standard airline entertainment systems. They're sophisticated communication networks that allow the supreme leader to conduct state business, receive intelligence briefings, and maintain command and control over his nation's activities. However, luxury represents only half the equation when it comes to Kim Jong-un's aerial travels. The security measures built into this flying fortress would make even the most advanced military aircraft envious. The jet is fitted with electronic countermeasures designed to thwart any potential threats. These sophisticated systems can jam enemy radar signatures and disrupt hostile communications, making it incredibly difficult for adversaries to track or target the aircraft during flight. The defensive capabilities don't stop there. When Kim Jong-un takes to the skies, he is often accompanied by fighter jet escorts that provide an additional layer of aerial protection. These military aircraft form a protective bubble around the IL-62M, ready to engage any threats that might emerge during the flight. It's a level of protection typically reserved for heads of state during times of active conflict, yet it's become standard procedure for Kim Jong-un's international travels. The strategic implications of using this particular aircraft go beyond mere luxury or security concerns. The jet has a range of approximately 10,000 kilometers, allowing it to reach destinations like Singapore, Beijing, and Moscow without requiring refueling stops. This capability is crucial for maintaining the secrecy and security of Kim Jong-un's travels, as each additional landing represents a potential vulnerability that hostile intelligence services could exploit. Kim Jong-un's air travel strategy extends far beyond simply boarding his personal aircraft and flying to his destination. The regime has developed an intricate system of misdirection and deception that would impress even the most experienced intelligence operatives. This became particularly evident during his historic 2018 journey to Singapore for the summit with then-President Donald Trump. During his visit to Singapore, 3 planes arrived from Pyongyang, creating immediate confusion among intelligence analysts attempting to track the supreme leader's movements. This wasn't an accident or logistical oversight. It was a carefully orchestrated deception designed to obscure which aircraft actually carried Kim Jong-un. Each plane was fully staffed and equipped to maintain the illusion that the leader could be aboard any one of them. This tactic serves multiple strategic purposes that go far beyond simple misdirection. If hostile intelligence services cannot determine which aircraft contains the actual target, their ability to plan and execute any potential attack becomes exponentially more difficult. It forces adversaries to spread their resources across multiple targets, diluting their effectiveness and increasing the likelihood that any hostile action would fail. Kim Jong-un's aerial travel entourage extends beyond his personal aircraft to include specialized cargo planes that serve crucial supporting roles in his international travels. These aircraft carry essential items for the leader's trips, including his custom-armored limousine, ensuring that his ground transportation maintains the same level of security and luxury luxury that characterizes his air travel. The decision to transport his personal limousine via cargo aircraft rather than relying on local transportation speaks to the regime's absolute refusal to compromise on security matters. By maintaining control over every aspect of his transportation chain, from the aircraft he flies in to the vehicle he rides in upon landing, Kim Jong-un's security team eliminates variables that hostile actors could potentially exploit. While his air travels are that sophisticated, you'll be surprised to learn the extents North Korean government has gone to ensure the secrecy of Kim Jong-un's family while on the ground. Land travel. At the center of Kim Jong-un's ground transportation empire sits what can only be described as a mechanical marvel of engineering and excess. His armored Mercedes Maybach limousine, reportedly costing over $1.5 million, represents far more than simple transportation. It's a mobile command center designed to function as a protective cocoon in the most hostile environments imaginable. This isn't your typical luxury vehicle that happens to have some extra protection. Every square inch of this mechanical fortress has been engineered with one primary objective: keeping Kim Jong-un alive under any conceivable threat scenario. The limousine is equipped with bulletproof and bomb-resistant capabilities that can withstand attacks that would completely destroy conventional vehicles. The engineering required to achieve this level of protection while maintaining the vehicle's mobility represents a triumph of defensive technology. The attention to detail in the vehicle's protective systems extends to scenarios that most people would never consider. The limousine features run-flat tires, allowing it to continue moving even if the tires are punctured by gunfire or explosive devices. This seemingly simple feature could mean the difference between life and death in a hostile situation, allowing the vehicle to reach safety even under sustained attack. Perhaps most remarkably, the passenger compartments are sealed to protect against chemical attacks. This level of protection suggests that Kim Jong-un's security team has considered even the most exotic threat scenarios, preparing for everything from conventional weapons to weapons of mass destruction. The engineering required to create a hermetically sealed passenger compartment while maintaining breathable air and communication capabilities represents a level of sophistication typically found only in military applications. But Kim Jong-un's armored limousine doesn't travel alone. It's part of a carefully orchestrated convoy that transforms ordinary roadways into secure corridors worthy of a military operation. The entourage includes lead cars that scout the route ahead, escort vehicles that flank the limousine, and additional cars that follow behind. Each vehicle in this convoy plays a specific role in a defensive strategy that has been refined over decades of operation. The lead vehicles serve as the eyes and ears of the convoy, identifying potential threats and neutralizing them before they can affect the main vehicle. These aren't ceremonial escort cars. They're active defensive platforms equipped with sophisticated detection equipment and manned by highly trained security personnel who can respond to threats in seconds rather than minutes. If Kim Jong-un's limousine represents the pinnacle of armored road transportation, his custom train takes the concept of mobile fortification to an entirely different level. This isn't simply a luxury rail car with some additional security features. It's a heavily armored, luxurious mobile command center that serves as both transportation and temporary headquarters. The train's distinctive appearance immediately sets it apart from conventional rail transportation. This olive-green train, adorned with a distinctive yellow stripe, announces its presence with an understated elegance that belies the sophisticated defensive systems contained within. The color scheme isn't merely aesthetic. It represents a carefully calculated balance between maintaining a dignified appearance while avoiding the ostentation that might attract unwanted attention. Step inside this mobile fortress and you're immediately transported into a world of luxury that would rival the finest hotels in any major capital city. Long rows of pink leather. Chairs provide comfortable seating arrangements for Kim Jong-un and his family, creating an atmosphere that's simultaneously businesslike and remarkably comfortable for extended travel periods. The train's interior spaces have been designed with functionality in mind, recognizing that this vehicle might serve as Kim Jong-un's primary headquarters for days or even weeks at a time. The train is equipped with state-of-the-art conference rooms, allowing Kim Jong-un to conduct meetings and stay connected with his government at all times. These aren't simple meeting spaces. They're fully equipped command centers with secure communication systems that allow the supreme leader to maintain control over his nation's affairs regardless of his physical location. The bedrooms are designed for maximum comfort, ensuring that Kim Jong-un can rest and rejuvenate during his long journeys, but comfort represents only part of the equation. These sleeping quarters are also designed with security in mind, featuring reinforced walls and emergency escape routes that could prove crucial in a crisis situation. The train's dining facilities represent a level of luxury that would impress even the most discerning gourmets. The dining car offers a menu that rivals the finest restaurants, featuring fresh lobster, pork barbecue, and cases of fine French wine. This isn't simply about indulgence. Maintaining morale and comfort during extended travel periods is a crucial element of ensuring the supreme leader remains effective and alert throughout his journeys. Adding to the surreal atmosphere of these rail journeys, young women, introduced as lady conductors, entertain guests with songs, creating an environment that blends the formality of state business with the relaxed atmosphere of an exclusive private club. The defensive capabilities of Kim Jong-un's train go far beyond the luxury appointments that capture media attention. The train, nicknamed the Moving Fortress, is equipped with bulletproof windows and reinforced walls and floors designed to withstand explosives. The engineering required to create this level of protection while maintaining the train's mobility represents a remarkable achievement in defensive technology. But the security features extend beyond passive protection to active defensive capabilities. According to South Korea's Ministry of Unification, the train is equipped with attack weapons and a helicopter for escape in case of emergency. This transforms the train from a simple transportation vehicle into a mobile fortress capable of defending itself and providing escape options, even in the most dire circumstances. However, these impressive defensive capabilities come with their own set of operational challenges. Due to the weight of its heavy armor and equipment, the train moves at a cautious 55 kilometers per hour. This relatively slow speed is the price paid for the extraordinary level of protection the train provides. The weight considerations extend beyond simple speed limitations. The train has to haul 90 carriages lined top to bottom with heavy armor, along with all the items packed inside. This engineering challenge requires not just powerful locomotives, but also reinforced rail infrastructure capable of supporting the enormous weight of the fully loaded train. The slow speed also has strategic implications for journey planning. Kim Jong-un's trip to Vietnam to meet then US President Donald Trump took 65 hours due to the train's cautious pace. While this might seem like a disadvantage, it actually provides several strategic benefits that make the extended travel time worthwhile. The train offers key advantages over aircraft, chiefly offering more flexibility in unforeseen circumstances, including attacks. If an aircraft carrying Kim Jong-un were attacked, survival chances would be significantly reduced due to the inherent vulnerabilities of air travel. The train, however, can change routes, make unscheduled stops, and even reverse direction if threats are detected along the planned route. Additionally, it is more challenging to predict train itineraries, adding an extra layer of security. While aircraft must follow predetermined flight paths and land at specific airports, trains can utilize multiple routes and make adjustments in real time based on security assessments and changing threat conditions. Beyond the visible spectacle of armored limousines and fortified trains lies perhaps the most intriguing aspect of Kim Jong-un's ground transportation network, a sophisticated system of underground tunnels and secret routes that allow him to move through his territory virtually undetected. This hidden infrastructure represents decades of investment in creating alternative transportation methods that provide the ultimate in security and secrecy. Kim Jong-un's travel arrangements involve a network of underground tunnels and secret routes that connect key locations throughout Pyongyang and other strategic areas of North Korea. These tunnels aren't simple underground passages, they're sophisticated transportation networks equipped with all the amenities and security features necessary to support extended travel periods. The sophistication of these underground facilities extends far beyond simple transportation corridors. The tunnels are said to be equipped with advanced communication systems and security measures, making them virtually impenetrable. This level of infrastructure investment suggests that the regime views these tunnels not just as transportation routes, but as critical national security assets that must be protected and maintained at the highest levels. The strategic value of this underground network cannot be overstated. By maintaining the ability to move unseen beneath the surface, Kim Jong-un can vanish from sight while still maintaining the ability to conduct state business and coordinate government activities. This creates a level of unpredictability that makes planning any hostile action against him exponentially more difficult. But how does he travel on water, sea travel, and the human shields? At the innermost circle of Kim Jong-un's protection lies an elite unit that represents the pinnacle of personal security forces anywhere in the world. The main office of adjutants, also known as Central Party Office #6, is composed of hand-picked bodyguards selected from the Korean People's Army recruits, representing the cream of North Korea's military establishment. The selection process for these elite guardians reads like something from a dystopian novel, where human beings are evaluated like precision instruments rather than individuals. Candidates must meet specific criteria, including being approximately the same height as Kim Jong-un and having no visual impairments. But physical characteristics represent only the beginning of an evaluation process that delves deep into every aspect of a candidate's life and background. They must also demonstrate exceptional skills in marksmanship and martial arts, but technical proficiency alone isn't sufficient for selection. The regime demands absolute loyalty that transcends normal human relationships, creating a selection process that prioritizes psychological commitment over even physical capabilities. The background investigation required for selection represents a level of scrutiny that would make intelligence agencies envious. The selection process includes a thorough background investigation that goes back 2 generations, ensuring that only those with impeccable loyalty to the regime are chosen. This investigation doesn't just examine the candidate, it scrutinizes their parents, grandparents, siblings, and extended family members for any hint of disloyalty or questionable commitment to the regime. Many of these bodyguards are related to the Kim family or other elite North Korean families, further cementing their loyalty. This creates a security force that isn't just professionally committed to protecting Kim Jong-un. They're personally invested in the continuation of the regime that provides their families with privileged status within North Korean society. Once selected, these elite guards undergo training that transforms them into human weapons capable of neutralizing threats through multiple methodologies. They undergo intensive training similar to that of the KPA's Special Operations Forces, including the use of handguns, evasion techniques, and various martial arts, along with physical endurance challenges and behavioral conditioning. The training philosophy behind this elite force prioritizes hand-to-hand combat skills over firearms, recognizing that the most dangerous threats to Kim Jong-un are likely to occur at close range where traditional weapons might be ineffective. The bodyguards are trained to neutralize any perceived threat with their hands and bodies, making them formidable opponents even when stripped of conventional weapons. The deployment of Kim Jong-un's bodyguards during travel represents a masterpiece of tactical positioning that transforms human beings into a living defensive system. When Kim Jong-un travels, his bodyguards form a protective ring around him, creating a 360-degree view of both the people near him and the location. This isn't simply a matter of having security personnel nearby. It's a carefully choreographed defensive formation where every position serves a specific tactical purpose. The precision of this human formation reveals the extraordinary level of training and coordination required to maintain effective protection in dynamic environments. This ring is composed of 3 to 5 bodyguards, including the director of the main office of adjutants, who walk, ride ahead, or advance ahead of him. These advance guards serve as both scouts and an early warning system, identifying potential threats before they can develop into immediate dangers. Alongside him are 4 to 6 bodyguards, with 2 to 3 on his right and left, creating a mobile protective barrier that moves with Kim Jong-un regardless of his direction or speed. This formation requires extraordinary coordination and training, as each bodyguard must maintain their position while remaining alert to threats from their designated sectors. Bringing up the rear are an additional 4 to 5 bodyguards who serve as both a rearguard action and a final line of defense against pursuit or flanking attacks. This creates a protective envelope that surrounds Kim Jong-un with trained killers prepared to die to ensure his safety. The operational capabilities of these bodyguards extend beyond simple physical protection to include sophisticated communication and identification systems. These bodyguards are some of the only North Korean citizens permitted to carry loaded firearms next to their country's leader, usually a semi-automatic handgun and a backup weapon, representing a level of trust that's extraordinary within the paranoid structure of the North Korean regime. They wear specific badges and pins on their clothing for a given event to establish their identification and use a series of spoken passwords and code phrases. This creates multiple layers of authentication that help prevent infiltration while ensuring that legitimate security personnel can be quickly identified even in chaotic situations. The scale of this personal protection force represents a significant investment investment in human resources that few nations could sustain. The main office of adjutants has an estimated 200 to 300 personnel, of whom over half are bodyguards, and the remainder are drivers and technical staff. This creates a security apparatus that rivals the size of small military units, dedicated entirely to protecting a single individual. While Kim Jong-un's land and air transportation methods capture international attention, his maritime capabilities represent perhaps the most intriguing and least understood aspect of his travel security. The world of luxury yachts and high-speed boats provides Kim Jong-un with escape routes and safe havens that operate entirely outside conventional transportation networks. Kim Jong-un's maritime fleet centers around Wonsan, a coastal city that serves as a private haven for the Kim family. This sprawling compound represents more than just a vacation destination. It's a fully operational naval facility, complete with private villas, beaches, and massive boat sheds designed to conceal the regime's maritime capabilities from satellite surveillance. The construction of specialized facilities to support Kim Jong-un's yacht fleet demonstrates the regime's commitment to maintaining maritime escape capabilities. Satellite imagery revealed the construction of a larger boat shed within the Wonsan compound, designed specifically to house and maintain luxury vessels while keeping them hidden from international observation. The centerpiece of Kim Jong-un's maritime fleet represents a level of luxury that would impress even the most discerning yacht enthusiasts. The Princess 95. My yacht, worth a staggering $7 million, is manufactured by the British-based Princess Yachts, which belongs to the luxurious LVMH group known for brands like Louis Vuitton and Christian Dior. The Princess 95. My is not just a yacht, it's a floating palace that boasts an expansive flybridge deck, generous staterooms, and a full-width saloon and dining area. The vessel can accommodate up to 10 people in unparalleled elegance, making it the perfect platform for extended maritime operations or emergency evacuations. The acquisition of such luxury vessels presents significant challenges given international sanctions against North Korea. The yacht's procurement is shrouded in controversy, as it potentially constitutes a direct infringement of UN sanctions on the procurement of luxury goods by North Korea. This suggests that the regime has developed sophisticated procurement networks capable of circumventing international restrictions. The methods used to transport these luxury yachts into North Korean waters reveal the regime's ingenuity in evading international oversight. Large cargo ships, known as yacht ships, are often used to transport luxury yachts which can be strategically concealed within container ships, shielded from prying eyes by surrounding containers and tarpaulins. Companies like Global Unity, GU Shipping, a Dalian-based firm with a fleet of 15 ships and a staff of 242, specialize in providing comprehensive shipping services to North Korea, ensuring that luxury goods reach their destination despite international restrictions. The regime's maritime capabilities extend beyond the flagship Princess 95 MY to include additional luxury vessels that provide redundancy and operational flexibility. The Princess 98 MY, an updated version priced at over $8.7 million, features an interior designed exclusively by Italian handbag designers Fendi, representing what reviewers have described as one of the most luxurious craft Princess have ever built. Perhaps the most unsettling aspect of Kim Jong-un's travel security involves the use of human beings as living decoys, trained to impersonate the supreme leader so convincingly that they could fool even close associates. This represents the ultimate fusion of human sacrifice and state security, where individuals surrender their very identity to serve as expendable shields for their leader. Kim Jong-un employs body doubles who undergo rigorous training to mimic his mannerisms, speech patterns, and even his gait. The selection process for these human decoys represents perhaps the most extreme example of the regime's commitment to protecting its leader through any means necessary. The selection process for these body doubles is incredibly stringent. Candidates must match Kim Jong-un's height and build precisely, but physical similarity represents only the beginning of an evaluation process that transforms ordinary individuals into living replicas of the supreme leader. The psychological requirements for this role are extraordinary, as these individuals must be willing to literally become someone else, surrendering their own identity for the protection of the regime. They are then subjected to an exhaustive background check, which includes vetting their families for any potential security risks. This investigation extends beyond the individual to encompass their entire family network, ensuring that no potential vulnerabilities exist that could compromise the deception or endanger Kim Jong-un's safety. Once selected, these doubles undergo intensive training that includes learning to imitate Kim Jong-un's every move. This training goes far beyond simple physical mimicry to include psychological conditioning that allows them to inhabit the role completely. They must learn not just how Kim Jong-un walks or talks, but how he thinks, reacts, and presents himself in various situations. This training is so thorough thorough that even close associates of the leader can be fooled, creating a level of deception that transforms these human decoys into perfect replacements capable of maintaining the illusion even under close scrutiny from individuals who work with Kim Jong-un regularly. The strategic value of these body doubles extends beyond simple protection to psychological warfare on an international scale. The use of body doubles serves multiple purposes. Firstly, it creates confusion among potential assassins or spies. If an attacker cannot be sure which Kim Jong-un is the real one, their chances of success diminish significantly. Secondly, it allows the real Kim Jong-un to travel more freely and with less risk. While a body double is making a public appearance, the real leader could be moving to a different location entirely. This creates a level of operational flexibility that makes tracking Kim Jong-un's actual movements nearly impossible, as intelligence services must constantly question whether they're observing the real leader or a carefully trained imposter. Among the most visually striking elements of Kim Jong-un's security detail are the running bodyguards who have become synonymous with his international appearances. These guards represent more than simple physical protection. They're a demonstration of absolute loyalty that borders on the religious in its intensity and commitment. The running bodyguards were first seen during the Inter-Korean Summit in April 2018 and again during the Singapore Summit, creating images that captured international attention and sparked widespread speculation about the regime's security methods. But these dramatic displays serve practical purposes beyond their obvious propaganda value. They run alongside Kim Jong-un's limousine, forming a moving shield around the vehicle, creating a human barrier that can respond instantaneously to threats without requiring mechanical systems or electronic coordination. This represents the ultimate fusion of human dedication and tactical defense, where living beings become components of a mobile protective system. This spectacle is not just for show, it is a highly coordinated security measure. The running bodyguards are part of the immediate line of defense and are trained to respond instantly to any threat. Their positioning around the vehicle creates multiple layers of protection while demonstrating the regime's willingness to sacrifice human lives to protect their leader. The physical demands placed on these running guards are extraordinary, requiring them to maintain pace with moving vehicles while remaining alert to potential threats and ready to respond with lethal force. This level of physical conditioning and mental focus represents years of preparation for moments that may last only seconds but could determine the fate of the regime. If you enjoyed watching this video, check out our other awesome videos on the channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.